So, you can sit wherever you want. Here. Just got these mics. I think they sound a lot better than than when I used to just use that.
Okay.
Yeah. And supposedly, as long as there's a green light, that means it's still working.
Cool.
That's cool.
You just put them down, or do we wear them, or what do we do?
No.
Okay.
No, just right there's good enough. And once you put them on like you're playing, even better. Even better. Everybody got their refreshments?
We're good.
Good.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate you having us, man.
The Hodos.
Hodos.
Is that the correct way to say it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so what kind of last name is that? Is that Mexican or what?
Man, that's a good question because it depends on who you ask,
Look how
right?
pale I am. There's no way it's Mexican.
So my grandmother would say that it's French. It used to be Hodeuax, but then my other grandmother would say it was Irish. So
Gotcha.
I'm not sure.
Is that so is that something like you never done that family tree thing where they kind of?
We did. That's where the Irish piece came through from
gotcha.
the family tree thing. So
Gotcha.
yeah,
That's cool. And who named you Baron?
you know that's
is
another
freaking
good
legit.
story actually. Yeah, so
That's one of the most legit names you can get.
Red Bear.
So I was 2 months preemie, so I weighed a little over right at 2 pounds when I was born.
Yeah.
And so
My brother, the one that you met in the front,
yeah.
he was born at 5 months.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Yeah, his retinas didn't develop enough,
Yeah.
so he's technically legally blind.
Wow.
But with the glasses he wears, he's able to at least still drive.
Wow.
During the day.
Okay. So that was me. It was my knees though that weren't really fully developed. I could fit in the palm of my mom's hand.
Yeah.
And so Baron means a noble man. And
Mm.
so that's kind of where that came into play. So yeah, pretty cool.
Pimp of a name, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how come you didn't name him Baron Jr.?
Yeah, why wasn't I a junior?
That's a good question too. So he's Ryan would just like the name, and then his middle name is named. I ran track in high school and stuff, and so.
So you ran track with knee problems?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
so that was
freaking
my
awesome.
kind of go-to sport. My coach was named James Blackie Wade,
Mhm.
and so that's where his middle name comes from. He was like a father figure to me when I was growing up. So.
But you look like a Ryan, though.
Yeah,
You do?
that's good.
Yeah.
I guess I can at least I can fit my name.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, you got a sister too, right?
I do have a little sister. She's 11, turning 12 in January.
Yeah.
She's a dancer, and she's been fully filled up with that for the past 5-6 weeks in a row. I mean, competition after competition, and she really enjoys it, and she's getting really good at it. So it's fun to watch.
How much older are you then?
15 years. I know we're bringing that up so quick.
My younger brother's 9 years younger than me. I thought that was a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I
she
guess
looks
it
at
was
you like a father figure, right? I mean, just,
well, big
there's no
brother.
way you'll
and
argue,
she-
right?
No, we don't argue. I mean,
No way.
I guess we would argue about TikToks or whatever she's into right now, but no, we don't argue.
Yeah.
She's got her own thing going right now, like I said, and I'm kind of just at work all day and doing stuff like that. So
Yeah.
there is a significant gap with 15 years, but we're really close also. So
Yeah.
it's good.
That's cool. And then whenever you become the old guy and you don't know how to figure out stuff, she's gonna be like, "That's easy."
Exactly.
Right.
And I'll be able to reach out to her and like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
You know.
I figure when I'm going to walk her, he's the one that needs to kind of pick up the slack with the guns and beat off
That's
the
awesome.
boys, right?
Right. Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah, my sister is even younger than that. She's like 11 years younger than me, and they both look at me like a father figure. You know?
Yeah.
Really. That's what I was going to ask you. Is like, what's it like raising a family where it's almost the perfect situation? It's a boy and a girl. You got it right the first time.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people that have a bunch of kids, they're chasing.
Yeah.
You know, they're chasing for that boy or that girl.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But like me, I got 3 girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're really blessed because we had obviously the boy first too helps a lot, I think, and then
big time.
had our daughter. You know, it's amazing that family bond. Obviously, him and her are extremely close, and we're almost like a friendship in a lot of ways too.
Oh,
Unless I need to be that father figure, right? But
Of course.
what's cool is my job took me to Chicago for a few years, and
Really?
and so we moved away right when he graduated high school.
Is that when you were with Sherman?
Yep. We were Sherwins,
Sherwin,
and we went up, and spent almost 4 years there in Chicago, and so there was a kind of a disconnect between my daughter and him. And what was amazing to see was just how, almost in a lot of ways, that bond became even closer between them. You know,
Of course.
even though we were so many miles away. And then when we moved back to Texas, had the opportunity to come back with the company. You know, that just kind of cool. So it's a blessing. You know,
Oh, of course.
It's cool to see.
You know what else is a blessing? Is you got his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad.
I got lucky with that.
My dad can grow what you guys got, and I can.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I just.
I was a little
That's
concerned
pretty cool.
about it for a long time. I was still 20 years old without one chin hair, and then you know 6 months later I could grow a beard. So I had those Elvis chops and everything like that.
Yes.
And I rocked that for a while, but
That's badass, dude.
piggybacking off the Chicago thing, I thought that was a really cool experience because it kind of gave me an opportunity to see that kind of.
Oh, yo, you moved the whole family over there.
So
Well, I didn't go.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was me, my wife, and daughter, and then he stayed.
I stayed here
Oh,
with my
okay,
mom.
okay.
Yeah, with his
My mom. I was going to community college right after high school at TCC in Hearst, and then so that's when you initially moved. So I would spend a couple weeks up there at a time. You know, go up there, spend 10 days, 14 days, whatever.
Hey, I heard the lake. I've never been there, but I heard the lake looks like an ocean.
Oh yeah, Lake Michigan is gargantuan. I mean, it does look like an ocean. All those massive boats right on the city line. It's actually really beautiful.
Wow.
So it was cool to see Chicago. You know, I'd never been into. I mean, Dallas is a big city, but you know, like Windy City and New York style, big high rises and just different lifestyle stuff like that. It's green in the summer, perfect weather.
So it gets
Just
hot
cool.
over there like it does over here.
Yeah, it gets in its 90s and so.
Mhm.
But you know, our first year there, I traveled a lot for work. You know, so it's probably a lot more difficult even on my wife than
Right.
myself. And so,
Oh, of course. It's
you know,
difficult on my wife, me going to play cornhole all the time.
right?
Yeah. That's another thing that's awesome about y'all's family is that you're all together, you know, in this cornhole thing.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that everybody's playing and everybody's kicking ass. It's y'all have some sort of, you know, input in it. Y'all
Right.
doing something. I've seen y'all like, you know, at the bag store together and stuff like that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Kind of, you know, a year later, I guess a little over a year later, kind of seeing how many, you know, relationships you've built and how much networking you've done without even trying to. You know, everybody's cool. It's, I mean, essentially like a family, like everybody you know describes it as. But it has been cool to you know build relationships and gain new friends. I mean, I probably have an extra 200 friends in the last 365 days.
It's
You know?
freaking amazing.
Yeah,
It's
no,
crazy.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then to be a part of something,
Yeah.
you know, as awesome as Sinner, it's really exciting.
Hey, that's another question is how did y'all get involved with the Sinner thing? Like how did this come about?
That's a good
You know?
question. That's kind of tough to answer. I think for me, Grant and I kind of hit it off and we're hanging out a little bit outside of cornhole. It was kind of like we kind of built a relationship outside of cornhole. Of course, I approached Grant on how to elevate my game and how to get better and you know tips and tricks, just like everybody does with the top tier guys.
Right.
And I don't know, one thing led to another. We went to a tournament together maybe, and then we just again hit it off and started hanging out outside, and we became kind of like a friend group. I can't really speak for you on how the whole Sinner thing came about, but I think we just again became close knit and kicked it around.
Well, here's another question: how did y'all get involved with 360? Is that the first time y'all got involved in cornhole? Was 360 cornhole?
That's actually an interesting story.
Yeah,
So
that's a cool one actually.
I had a friend of mine that had some boards in the back of his yard, you know, just like most start right in the backyard. And we were playing one night and having a good time, having a few drinks, and one thing led to another. I just jumped on Facebook the next day, and sure enough, something popped up about cornhole. And Ruben was having an event over at Motion over in the Mansfield, Arlington area.
Yeah.
And so just so happens that, you know, I talked to my friend and said, hey, let's go over there and check it out, right? So we went over there and ended up playing in that little, I think it was a switch, and then joined the league, and one thing led to another. And it's funny because I would come home from playing cornhole and kind of excited about it, you know, especially in the there that it still am. But back then, definitely excited about it. And so he would give me hell, and he'd be like,
I thought it was goofy at first. You know, I'm like, he's doing this 3-4 times a week, getting home at midnight. I'm like,
With jerseys on? Do you have jerseys already?
Yeah. Had some
I thought that was goofy at first. Like, why you gotta wear a jersey?
Yeah, now
Real
it's
bad.
like now it's
Yeah.
now
Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
like, yeah, you're representing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we ended up. I'm like, he's like, "Why are you playing that silly game, man?" And I'm like, "All right, here's the deal. There's a tournament coming up. Me and you will play in it. We'll play social. Just come out and hang out with me and see how you like it, right?"
Yeah.
First game. I mean, actually, first tournament. First time he'd really played in a competitive environment.
Yeah.
And we ended up taking second in that tournament. Got beat by Sammy Soto, as a matter of fact. I think
Yeah.
Really?
No, actually, so in double, you got beat by Sammy Soto, and there's not many people that beat Sammy Soto
Right.
anymore. But
yeah.
I think you played singles. I didn't play singles. Obviously, I was nervous.
course.
Not nervous of like, just nervous. I don't want to go
Just-
do
it's a
that.
new thing.
You know, exactly. It's a
It's a
new thing. I'm like,
new venture.
I don't want to embarrass myself or anything like that. So it was kind of a doubles thing, and that's what I was telling you when I walked in. I was throwing Yeti bags on the slick side because that was the only thing I can get all the way up the board.
Yeah.
Because my thing is looking like a punt in the air, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So we played doubles together, and I don't know if you know who Richie Thompson and John Rodriguez are. They're out of 360 region as well, but. We played them in the championship, beat them the first game, 20. I'll never forget it. Beat them the first game, 21-0.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we got in the bag, right?
Mhm.
We get double dipped. So, and that's all on me. That's on me. But
Damn.
But
I
yeah,
was,
that was his first tournament, and then from that point on,
oh yeah, I drank the Kool-Aid and I was ready to go.
Do you think that's is that? I'd like to get the stats on that. Like, not the top players, but just the people that get on the king seat. You know, what's the percentage of you actually winning or getting double dipped? Is it 50-50?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's a good question. Yeah.
Because I think that is the only disadvantage of getting king seat is having to wait.
Yeah.
And cool
Oh, yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Especially
Cool
when you're you know you walk the dog like Sammy's been doing. You know, you win 5 in a row and they're still playing over here, and I mean he's sitting for an hour and 15 minutes just waiting to play.
Yeah.
Nah, a kid like that.
As a
that's
kid,
so
you're not going to sit there and keep drinking or keep whatever
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, or take a business call and to kind
Uh-huh.
of make, like as an adult, you got other stuff going on in your life,
Yeah.
and that waiting time, you're gonna put something else in that
Sure.
head.
Sure.
Yeah, the other thing about that is that, we didn't know because the boards got sticky that day, I remember, and because John and Richie actually changed bags, and we didn't know any of that, right? We had one set of bags at the time, and
Right.
that's what we played with,
Yeah.
So it's amazing the amount of knowledge that's required to be good, and I think that's what's so impressive about people like Grant or Sammy or Luke or, any of the top contenders, BG, those guys, Johnny Seymour. They have so much knowledge in the back of their head about this game, not only from techniques, but just what tools to use, right? What bags to use. What
Just think about it. You don't
Experience.
Yeah.
you don't forget games in cornhole. Like
Mhm.
you remember like the details of he beat me this time, and
Yep.
this happened, everything. And these guys have been playing for way more years than us.
Yeah.
For
Think
sure.
about all the stories they got.
Oh, for
Right.
sure.
You know what I mean? It's just like me. The first time I played you, I already knew your dad because we were doing bag deals.
Yeah.
First time I played you, and then you beat me over there at it's an AFC tournament over there in
I
Mesquite.
was telling you, we were talking about it on
Yeah.
the way over. I said that I think the first time I ever met CJ was we were playing that ACL tournament at Mesquite where we had Sig.
Yeah. Well, no, it was an ACL tournament. Yeah, what we did, where we had
Yeah.
that recent sig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at where we had Sig. Was that Sig 2?
Yeah.
Or Sig 3?
It's
Whatever.
back when Chase Lester was sandbagging. He was playing with us. You beat me, and then I think
Chicken
Chase
flavored
beat you.
ramen noodles, man.
Yeah.
Ramen noodles. He's turned into a hell of a stud now, man. And
Yeah.
I love Chase. Chase is a great guy. I love
Yeah, he's a
Zach.
beast.
Those guys are really cool. They kind of, I won't say came up with us because they far surpassed us when it comes to throwing, but
Mhm.
last year, Sig 4 in Abilene, I think it was the first time I met, because I played both Chase and Zach. Got the best of Zach, didn't get the best of Chase, but Chase was on it. Chase has been on it, and you can tell those guys they really care about getting better, and they add bullets to their gun all the time. They come out with something new, and I mean, I'm sure you saw him at last Sig there at Shreveport. It's just, I mean, he's flopping over everything, rolling it, hitting his fucking air mails. I mean, he's a dog. So
Hey, check out this page that I got. It's the news, cornhole news.
Okay.
We'll go straight to. Let me see. We're gonna go to the Big D Invitational because I think it's recent on your memory.
Yeah.
So that's in Mansfield, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Singles was Grant Upchurch over Kevin Mesa. And in parentheses, you got Barrett Hodo got ninth because of Neil Cook.
Did you happen to see that game, by the way?
No, I just saw this. I was like, dude, Neil Cook just kept getting this dude.
Yeah,
What happened?
yeah. So
What happened there?
You'll see what Neil did to me, man.
Neil's a heck of a player, but
Yeah, he
we
is.
went in that game. We went 30 rounds plus.
Oh, wow.
Probably your longest game.
Game
huh?
one or in the losers?
We were in the losers bracket.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So he put me out of the
Y'all
tournament.
both wanted it.
We did, and I jumped out on him pretty quick. I got 9 on him, and then he got right back in it, and we were both throwing really, really well. And then, yeah, he just got the best of me after about 30 rounds.
Yeah, man. He's tough.
He
He's
is.
tough.
Yeah.
He's got a killer airmail. He knows how to play his block game, and he can slide the hell out of him. So
Yeah.
I really like Neil a lot too. We've
Yeah.
got some. We've had a lot of laughs. He beat the hell out of me.
And then, let's see, the next parenthesis says Schnitzel finished with a 5-frame 4-bagger.
Really?
Was that against, I think it was against you.
Probably.
I think so. I mentioned that because I figured you'd remember that because
Probably, man. I don't know.
I mean, think
I
about it.
lose track of the people that beat me now.
think about it, dude. 5 times in a row. For BG or Upchurch, that's nothing. But to me, if you throw 4-baggers 5 times in a row, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you know, I guess I'm not giving John enough credit, but you know, wow, John, can't believe you did that.
Yeah, so he and I played earlier in the day as well, John. I think we actually were the first.
You got the best of them too.
We were the
Yeah,
first
right.
game on the main stage, yeah, and
Yeah.
it was a 21-19 game. And
Oh yeah, I saw that.
we got lucky and got him, but that's
Like
very
he got
rare.
down to the very end.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna get the last 2 points?
that's right.
Pretty much.
I hit an
You
airmail
hit an
drag,
airmail, yeah.
Yeah.
Airmail drag.
but he's tough. I don't know that I might have beat him once or twice in the past, but normally he gets the best of me for sure.
John's got the best of me the last 2 or 3 times I've played him. I played him at SIG and he got me, and then here at the Big D Invitational. I don't remember if that was main bracket or rounders when
He's gotten pretty
he
good.
beat me. But
Yeah, he's a player for
He's been
sure.
practicing
He
a lot.
is. He is. And I actually threw, shout out to John, because I threw his Clyde bags actually when he introduced them. I think we were at a bid event or something like that. I actually played with him.
Mhm.
And we threw those actually pretty well.
Are you more of a carpet or fast bag guy?
I started out being a fast bag guy, and then when we started partnering up quite a bit, he always liked a slower bag, and so I kind of changed my throwing game
Gotcha.
to like a slower bag for sure.
And
Yeah.
did you learn your throw techniques from him?
Definitely not.
Was he kind of like a
Just kidding.
at least the first month or
Just
two?
kidding. Oh yeah, yeah.
Your
So-
using techniques.
Right, and I tried to stimulate a flat bag. That's what I really focused on for a couple months. I forget who exactly, because everybody that is good has that consistency with their bag. It kind of looks
True.
like that.
Yeah. Even Upchurch, it doesn't got a lot of rotation, but it's flat.
Right,
It's kinda
exactly.
rubbery.
Like you see the Sammys, you see the Lukes, you see the John Whites, you see the Angels. I'm trying to, just off the top of my head, the people that I know have a killer bag. I kind of tried to emulate that.
Mhm.
When it came to grip, I never could figure out how they gripped it. Like the butterfly grip, I tried it, and I still halfway do it, but I don't do it like John or
Right.
like Sammy or anything like that. I kind of
It's
just
weird.
right, and I position the beads kind of more on the front side, I guess, if you will,
Mhm.
to where it feels more like a frisbee to me, so I can get that.
He's actually being pretty modest because he pisses me off, quite frankly, because and I'm not just saying this because he's my son, but he truly has one of the flattest bags in the game. He throws a beautiful bag.
That's nice.
Whether it goes in the hole or not,
See, that's what I haven't figured out. Maybe I spent too much time
but
on
seriously,
the
he
flag.
gets a ton of compliments on his bag, and so it's funny that you asked that question because there was a point in time where I'm like, all right, you got to show me how to throw what you're throwing because
Mhm.
I was struggling with a flat bag, right?
Mhm.
Still struggle with a consistent flat bag, and his was just perfectly flat every time.
Mhm.
And I tried to emulate his throw, I guess is where I'm going with this, and ultimately
So you got different grips.
Oh, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My release point is completely different than his, and so I never could get comfortable throwing the bag like he throws it.
Mhm.
Who's got I know y'all don't probably have an exact stat, but who's probably got the most wins in the backyard at the house?
He does actually. He wins at the house all the time.
Yeah.
We'll have, but we do skinny boards and stuff like that, and we'll play normal games. We'll play MLs only and stuff like that. We try to. I mean, I get frustrated at the house, to tell you the truth, because I do lose a lot, and I'm super competitive.
Well, I know you're super competitive. You hate to lose.
Oh, I hate it. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
And I've kind of gotten better on getting frustrated and letting that determine how I play the next game or the next frame and stuff like that. I've gotten to the point now where it is what it is. I didn't try to miss,
Right.
So trying to keep the mental game strong that's
mostly what it is.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that's a big part of cornhole is staying locked in. That's why Grant be down 10 points, but he's not out of that game.
No.
In any point in his mind, there's no way.
Yeah, BG told me that he came back on him he was 18-6 on Grant, and Grant just came back.
Yeah.
Zach told me the same thing.
It's that poise is crazy.
Yeah, and Grant's had a big influence on, because we're close obviously with Grant, and just his approach to the game I think is really impacted. I know it's had an impact on him for sure, and myself as well from a mental standpoint more than anything. And just
sure.
I think and him and I talk about it quite a bit. Being on that main stage as often as he is, and to never get rattled, and to be able to stay composed and still throw great shots. Even when he may be down 10 points or 6 points or wherever it may be, he's always in the game. And I think we're giving Grant a lot of kudos here, and deservedly so. But I think he's had an impact on a lot of the top players when it comes to the mental part of the game. I know for a fact that Sammy's taken some stuff from him.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact alone that, it's not his father-in-law, but, it's his girlfriend-in-law. He was down to him 20-1, I think, and he came back on him.
Yeah.
With that doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another question I was going to ask y'all, where y'all play league at, you got nothing but badass players over there, and y'all just get to make each other better. You got BG, you got Grant, you play with these guys all the time. I think that's a big reason, too, why Juanito's made such a big.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Because he gets to poke the bear. He's been poking the bear all freaking year, and now, he's starting to feel like a bear.
And he's really, obviously we're close to Juan, too, but I would definitely give him my vote for being the most improved player over the last year.
For sure.
Totally.
The guy is just throwing fire right now.
Yeah.
And he learns, he's a student of the game, and he wants to get better, and he works on his game.
I think he won. Didn't he win? What did he do?
He got
second at that C4C.
Yep.
JP3 and Dylan.
Yeah.
He got second at the regional on Friday at Mule Barn singles.
Yeah.
Saturday, I don't know how he did in singles at C4C, but I do know that he got second with Dylan Lopez.
Yeah.
And that's another guy that's really
D-Lo.
He's in the talks. Him and Juanito in the talks for most players over the last year, in my opinion. But I love both those guys. They're really good.
Hey, what do you think about these payouts? So at the ACO Open number 11, Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
Josh Holland beat Devin Harbaugh. Josh got $1,275 and Devin got $800.
Wow.
And then doubles, Noah Wooten and Ryan Windsor.
Uh-huh.
And you make more. Oh, no. So it's $2,900 for both of them, and then $1,500 for Josh Holland and Nate Boyer.
Wow.
So if you're good at math,
it's a pretty good payday.
Is it about the same for singles and doubles? So what's 29 divided by 2? 30, 15. Yeah, you make more money playing doubles.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not, I don't follow, maybe you do, Dad. I don't follow all of the ACL guys, of course, more so the TCO guys. I know.
Yeah, just the household names.
Yeah. But I know of Noah Wooten, and I know of Ryan Windsor. Actually, I think John White gave Ryan Windsor some credit, and he kind of mirrored his throw off of Ryan Windsor. I may be butchering that, but I don't think
I believe it.
But I know both of those guys are really, really good. Don't know who Josh Holland is, but I do know who Devin Harbaugh is.
And Josh Holland looks like he just got done delivering a pizza. And he's so nonchalant when he throws. It's crazy. Yeah.
So 75, that's not bad.
No.
And then he got another 750 for doubles, looks like.
Yeah.
It's good.
Not bad.
No, I think that's really helped elevate the game too. I do think the payouts, even in the league play, et cetera, has started to increase, and people are focusing more on that. And it's amazing to me to see. I'm going to call them kids and the younger, like Noah and those guys. Just not only are they making a name for themselves, but they're so consistent with the way they play. And
Who's y'all's top 5 TCL players right now? No particular order. No particular.
No, okay, yeah, no order. Top 5 TCL. You can go first if you want to.
We actually talk about it a lot. So obviously, we're going to put BG and Grant up there. I think Murdoch's definitely in the mix as well. Sammy,
they've been top 3 for a long time.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Sammy's in that mix. Now he's throwing incredibly well. He's got to be the favorite going into SIG this weekend, in my opinion. I'm sure Grant will give me hell about that, but
where does Murdoch play?
So he actually, he's more, he's more kind of Denton region, 455 region, Wise County over there. He does over. I think he lives in Decatur. I don't know exactly where he lives, but definitely Murdoch's in my top 10. The only reason I wouldn't put him in my top 5 is only because he hadn't made that many SIGs. So
he doesn't really. I don't even think he plays in the league anymore, right? He just kind of comes out to.
He's just been real tied up with family stuff.
Yeah.
I think
baseball.
This season.
He's got a bunch of kids too, or what?
He's got a couple kids. I know his son is heavily involved in sports, and he's also heavily involved in that too. So I can't blame him there. But I guess my top 5, I'm going BG and Grant in particular order, like you said. Sammy, Minarka. Minarka's crazy good. Who's that fifth spot?
John or
That's what I mean. That tied for 5th. You got Noah, Logan, that Logan kid. Logan Chamberlain, his partner's really good.
I think Noah just beat Logan at that.
Noah, Luke. You got all those guys that could have a full-out brawl for 5th spot. So.
It's so weird. If you watch Noah throw, man, it looks like he's just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
He just kind of like he's not even, he does, how people have to have, like Justin Burton Jr.
Yeah.
He's got the exact same stance and throw. He's like a pitcher in baseball. He's got the exact same thing, the mechanics. And then Noah's just kind of like, I don't know, he just kind of looks like he's just grabbing his bag, and then he does a step and throws.
Yeah.
Whether it's a flop, whether it's going down the middle, it's just kind of nonchalant.
And I think that's so hard for me to do because I have, and I'm sure you've noticed it before, in my backswing or whatever you want to call it, in my load up to throw the bag, I kind of have this motion. And guys that don't have that motion like that are just stay true like the BGs or like.
Oh my God, BG ain't got no motion. He's just kind of, it's all arm.
Right.
Yes.
And if that's how you get so consistent, it's hard for me to do, man. It's hard to just be stationary and do that.
Well, what's amazing too is that I think that there's a different approach to the game for all those guys, right? For instance, I don't think anybody plays a more strategic game than Grant, for instance. Where BG just hits his spot. His mechanics are and his muscle memory, or it's all there, and so he just hits a spot, whether it's a roll bag or cut bag, or it's the same motion over and over. But and then you have like Logan, for example, right? He's a hard thrower, and roll shots and cut shots, and air mails are crazy good. And, it's interesting to me to watch just the strategic approach to the game for sure.
It's freaking amazing.
The way these guys, and again the younger guys and just people that play all the time, the way they can manipulate the bag is insanity to me.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that, with a ball and the way that they can manipulate. Like, I was watching Ty was telling you earlier, Juanito and Ty Thompson the other day against Trevor Nelson and that Kobe guy at Pilot Point for that regional.
Mm-hmm.
It was like watching who could hit the most flop shots.
Hey, Juanito can hit a flop shot?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I didn't know that.
He's got it in his bag now, yeah.
That is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody adds a bullet to their gun every time I see them.
Right.
Like, dude.
And it wasn't like a normal flop shot either. The game that he's talking about, we both were kind of in awe because, they would land a bag on top of a bag and still flop over the double bag.
It's impressive, man. They're climbing mountains.
Yeah. It's crazy to see.
That is freaking nasty, dude.
It's impressive.
Do you guys aim at the board a certain spot, or y'all just go for the hole?
I have to when I'm throwing on board. On board's tough for me. I think
They're both right-handed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
on board's tough for me. Grant and I were talking about, and it seems like we're name dropping Grant like every 30 seconds.
Well, he's the sensei right now.
He-
He's been the
Especially when I feel like it's because I have like a little flick, you know what I'm saying, in my release point, that it makes it tough for me to stay consistent on board. So I kind of have to throw with that little drawback. Or
so you have
curve or
you have a
whatever.
curve from left to right or right to left.
It's more from left to right because when I like throwing off board because my natural throw I'll come way through and kind of follow through and end up over here. I try to point at the board, but I'll end up over here. When I'm throwing on board, it's more like I'm stopping it, so it's going right. I'm not doing my full
Gotcha.
follow through. I think that's what it is,
Mm.
but sometimes it's frustrating.
What do you think about the old the bag spin? The like if you're gonna play somebody and like, all right, you spin it. Okay, you spin. All right, and then you got to sit there and look down at this guy just butchering the spin. Like it's just like
Better than a coin flip. I've never won a coin flip.
Yeah, I mean a coin flip. At least it's got to land somewhere.
Yeah.
But you're just watching shanks. You're watching just
Should have-
maybe he keeps spinning it directly straight every time. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, my turn.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
I should just call Chad and have him flip my coin. He
Yeah,
wins.
Actually,
He
I
wins
actually
all
think
those.
that they should, and I saw a comment on this. This is not my idea, but I think it'd be great if Scorholio would just add that to the mix, right? So just a button right before the game, you push it and
Perfect.
flip
Because
it.
everybody trusts the computer already, anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, just push
Yeah.
a button.
That's a good thought. That's a good thought.
Yeah. Hey, but watch. They do that, and then they're gonna be like, okay, spin to see who pushes the button. Dude, you just
Right.
can't,
Exactly.
you can't just get out of it, dude. It's gonna be
No,
ridiculous.
exactly.
Maybe they
Wow.
can just flip it so that it's spinning the names too, so you get side in
Wow.
and bag.
CJ, when did you start playing,
When did I start playing?
or when did you get fully invested in cornhole?
I would say it was after last year's Mesquite City.
Okay,
You know, because
that
I
was your
already-
first one. I didn't go to that one.
Yeah. Well, when I first met CJ, he was a bag collector.
Yeah.
You didn't play very often,
Fuck no.
right? And
Really?
so
I was kind of like Murdoch.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't playing at a league, and whenever I would go to a big event, I would just go in there to trade and buy bags.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I started playing North Texas Cornhole, and then I was like, "This is badass," you
Yeah.
know. And then people were like, "So are you gonna go to Sigman? Are you gonna go to Ryder Cup?" And I was like, "What are y'all talking about? What's a Ryder?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're not on the team?" I'm like, "No, I didn't. I don't know what that is."
So how'd you get into collecting bags when you didn't play? I think that's unique, right?
I think
Well,
it's
he has such an artistic mind for him.
Yeah,
I
well,
bet
that
Yeah.
too.
I bet
but-
you it intrigued him to see all the different.
I was in league and I was watching what people are throwing. And I was like, "Ooh, that's a badass bag.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's good looking."
Yeah.
You know, and of course, when the Game Changer came out, when I first started seeing it, that's the one I fell in love with first.
Yeah.
That's the bag I started throwing first. was the Game
Really?
Changer. Yeah. And I think the other thing was the Yeti. I heard about the Yeti.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so where do I buy a Yeti, man? They're like, well, you got to buy it online, but you can't buy it online. I was like, what? That don't make no sense. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, why? You know, and I remember, let's see, who was it? I think Gomez's girl, she had some purple Yetis, and she was whooping ass in social with them. I was like, man, those bags must be badass.
Johnny Gomez? Who's Gomez? Johnny
Yeah,
Gomez?
he was in top 60.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's one of he's a Throwing Stones disciple.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, like they had access to the Yetis first, and I was just like, dude, I don't know what I got to do, but I'm gonna give you some of those Yetis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
And then
my
that was
whole-
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly how
I had to have them.
I had the same mindset. And I mean, I probably had 30 sets at one point,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
So,
I believe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
it's
were-
it's addicting. It's like a gambling problem.
As far as
right?
y'all's collection now, what's it look like?
Obviously, we have a ton of center bags, but I've still got, I bet I've got 30 or 40 sets of, I've still got, I don't know, probably 6 or 8 sets of Yetis that have never been touched. And, I'm
I'm looking for teal or turquoise. I don't even know what the hell the difference is between
gray?
teal and turquoise. But so the PA, the TCL PA, I'm looking for that. Like in mint
I don't
condition.
have those, yeah.
So hard to find.
Yeah.
I have the Republics, but not the PA. The two Republics. I love those. I
Yeah.
love those for a long
I
time.
love the way PAs feel.
I have a set of Yetis that I will not get rid of. They used to be my favorite bag. No matter what, I threw it no matter what, and I just kind of like that sentimental value. I'm not getting rid of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me. So when I first went to that first switch over at Motion, and so I reached out because I didn't know the difference in ACL TCL. I mean, I was literally dumb to the whole situation, ignorant to the whole craft, and there was one person that I'll forever be grateful for that kind of took me by the hand, if you will, and led me through it and reached out to me through messenger stuff, and that was Juanito.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. So in that first event, he's like,
were y'all both D players at the time?
yeah,
If
I
not
think we
E.
were.
If not E.
And I think that one was probably a C player back then, is what I'm guessing. I can't really remember, but he's like, hey, do you have any bags to throw? And I'm like, no, I didn't know if you'd have bags there or whatever, right? And so he sold me my first set of bags, and then later he sold me some BGs for ACL, because I said, well, I guess I want to try a TCL bag and an ACL bag.
Mm-hmm.
And he sold me a set of the breast cancer awareness Krakens.
Dude, those were so rare.
Yes.
Technically, they're still rare.
You still have those, right?
And I still have. I'll never get rid of those, because that was really the first bag that I kind
Which
of
one
fell
is
in
it?
love
The
with.
black or the pink?
It's the black one.
Or the black?
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a good looking bag.
And so,
Supposedly they had trouble selling them at first.
really,
Really?
yeah. And I never will forget. Like I said, I started throwing them on the slick side because that's all I knew. Right, I'd throw them high and let them just fall in the hole. And
Was your bag kind of twirling around, or was it?
no,
semi-
it's kind of a duck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he first started throwing in the backyard, he didn't know how to throw a bag at all, and he was a basketball player growing up, and so he literally would throw it like a basketball when he first
shoot
started.
it.
Like he would shoot it. And then he learned, obviously, how to throw a great bag. But when I started out, I was a pitcher in softball, and so it was kind of a softball throw for me, just like I was pitching in softball. And so I could throw at the hole, and I could throw it straight. I just couldn't throw it flat. And so that's why those Krakens were so awesome on the slick sides, because all I had to do was land around the board. And if it was straight, it would go in.
Yeah.
So,
BG said he had a natural flat bag from the beginning.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Really, dude?
yeah. Well, his was pretty. I mean, he developed his really, really quickly, like to the point where I'm like, it was frustrating.
Were you practicing from a shorter distance to do that, or you were practicing from 27 to do that?
No, I would just. Again, CJ, I'm telling you, I think it was like I kind of followed people who I thought were good. Actually, who I really thought was good was Dino.
Dino, yeah.
Dino Reyna. You know Dino Reyna?
Sounds familiar.
He's
Young
out of
kid, right?
Cleburne.
No, he's
He's an
older.
older gentleman out of Cleburne area. He plays with Kinfolk now. He throws Vipers any chance he gets, or I don't know what his TCL bag is. I really don't.
I think he's a center guy now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Him and
Was
actually
he wearing that curly wig?
No,
Waco?
he's more kind of a cowboy guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you know who Dwight Strait is?
George Strait? Hell yeah.
He's actually his cousin.
He
Dwight,
freaking
no, I
did.
swear.
Oh,
I swear,
my
he's actually his
God.
cousin. Yeah.
Talk about a comeback. He's coming back too, man.
Yeah.
He is.
Oh, yeah.
He is.
Wow.
So Dwight Strait, he had a flatter bag, so I mirrored it off of that. Just guys back a year and a half ago that I was like, man, they're good. I mean, they're consistent.
We talk about that a lot too, even with Sinner, right? And the approach from a marketing standpoint, and who we want to attract, and et cetera. And obviously, Grant is the name and attracts so many of the top tier players. But for us, when we were first coming up, at least for me, for sure, when I saw people like Dino and those guys, I just thought, man, those guys are really good, right? And then at the time they were probably C players, right? I think Dino might have been a B player. But that was kind of where our bar was at that point, right? We didn't see the Grants, and Sammy wasn't there yet, right? Or BG or Johnny Seymour and those guys. I didn't really know who those guys were, because all I was exposed to was just kind of league play. And I never will forget, my first SIG was at Mesquite, and I went.
Oh shit, you were there?
I was there.
When the Yetis and the Minotaurs came out?
That's it. And
Was it the same thing? You saw them and you're like, man,
I didn't know what they were, right? And so I'd literally, when I've been playing 6 weeks or something, 4 to 6 weeks, my partner that I started a league with, his name was Lance, my buddy that, just started in the backyard, we went to that SIG together, and I didn't know anybody.
There's a lot of people there?
There was a ton of people there, and we literally sit over in the corner because we didn't know anybody, right? We didn't really know the rules. We didn't know how to act. We certainly didn't converse with many people because we were just kind of nervous, right?
Was it a loud environment back then too?
It was, yeah. Not like it is now, probably, and maybe that's because we're more involved.
We all know each other more.
Yeah, and so
during COVID too, wasn't it?
No, it was before COVID.
Oh, right before.
Right before COVID
Right
hit.
before,
yeah. Because the following ones when they had the restrictions and stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, it was an odd experience, and so I loved it.
Back then, could you buy as many as you wanted? Let's say you go back in time and you're like, dude, one thing I'm gonna do to make some money, I'm gonna go back to Mesquite Sig. I'm gonna buy all the 80s and the Minotaurs, and then I'm just gonna auction them off like Trey Sparks.
I don't remember if you could or not.
I don't think there was a limit back then, right? You could just buy them all.
I don't remember if there was a limit or not because
Nobody wanted them.
I remember. I want to say I bought a set of Yetis and I bought a set of board bullies at that SIG in my very first one.
Yeah, wasn't that your bag? You used to love board bullies a lot, right?
I used to love them. Yeah, yeah. You gave me a set of Johnny Cash board bullies.
Yeah.
Loved those. Still have them. But I didn't know anything about bags. I didn't even, I'm thinking back to not knowing anything about it. I'm thinking you're about to go play cornhole for 2 days straight. Why? Let's go to the lake. I'm thinking that kind of thing. But
true.
I don't know if you could buy 100 bags.
I do remember there being a line, like normal.
I do remember throwing stones bags having the high demand, but if you were first starting, like a bully bag is to get you to where you're kind of off of the, how they have on the shop like premium bags and then whatever they're called and stuff like that. But I definitely threw bullies.
That's a question that I regret that I didn't think about asking him in the past. I should have asked Jacobson that when he came on. Just like I should have asked BG, because BG was like, he was complimenting Grant on his block game. He's like, it's the hardest shot in cornhole. Hey, Josh, can you beat me?
Thanks, Josh.
You need one?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks, Josh.
2. And he was like, yeah, that's one of the hardest shots in cornhole. Or that is the hardest shot in cornhole. And
thank you,
thanks, sir.
I was like, and he goes,
thanks, sir.
There's only 4 people that I know that can do that consistently. And I was like, oh yeah, that's great, man. Yeah. I should have said, who are these other guys?
Yeah.
Because I've only seen Grant do it consistently. I haven't seen anybody else do it consistently.
Will Sales this weekend.
Dude. Or he was throwing a slow bag.
Shout out Will Sales. But
shit, he kept, boom, right there in the front.
Yeah, ask Paul Zuniga. He'll tell you.
What was he throwing?
His custom buoys, custom knives. He's got like the CWS for his transport service, or transport company, excuse me. Yeah, he had some custom bags. They're slick looking, but man, he wasn't missing. But
another great guy, that guy.
Yeah,
so
he's
funny.
Awesome. He's awesome. He's fun.
It's true though, man. Like probably the best bag in cornhole defensively is the blocker, but the other one offensively is just the tip hanging in the hole. Just
better than going in,
because that bag's going to go in before anything does.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's better than going in because as soon as it hits.
So basically, that's just the tip shot, pretty much.
Just the tip.
Boom, right there.
Yeah.
It's called hole control.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I guess, man, I don't know who's the next best blockers. There's Grant. There's Juanito can do it.
Yeah, Sammy.
Very consistently, of course. Sammy. Luke's pretty good at it. All those top tier guys, man. I mean, they don't do much wrong, And if they're,
I think that's the other good thing about Sammy playing with Grant a lot more is that that's good. That should improve his block game too, because he doesn't really block.
Yeah.
Or at least he used to not block a lot. He was just like, I'm gonna bounce over blockers or whatever.
Yeah. And to your point about the 360 region or over there in Arlington, all those guys are good, so you kind of expect that, So it's cool when you go to a different tournament. And it's like thank God you didn't hit that because I thought you were going to. You know, and
Yes,
stuff like
exactly.
that. And it's like, oh,
And I think
Yeah.
that honestly, there should be a shout out to Ruben for that, because he provides a nice payouts, right? We talked a little bit about payouts, but more importantly, just a great place to play, and good environment.
Yeah.
And so he
I didn't know that
attracts-
was his son, Jacob.
oh yeah, he's getting good, isn't he?
I was like, good dang.
He's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, he's,
Love
he's
Jake.
getting real good.
Jake's good.
And he's the same way. He just got that killer face, like,
Oh yeah.
like he's just like, whatever. And then he just kicks ass.
Yeah.
You can hang out with Jake for a full 8 hours and hear a full 8 words. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I believe
it.
it.
He doesn't speak much, but when he does, he's a goofball, man.
My God, imagine Jake and BG going out hanging out. It's just like, nothing.
I think it's happened actually.
Yeah, they actually played together at Five Point.
It'd just be like a nod, like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they just know what they're
Still
saying.
be on the same page, right?
yeah, dude. But I think they all right now. I think they got the best facility
Mhm.
right now.
AJ's
With that
incredible.
Cowboys turf is just the best.
Yeah, it's great.
Man, it's super clean, and that was of course Ruben and that was Jake's thought too. He wanted to turn that AJ's Body Shop, of course.
Yeah.
They had that other facility or that satellite location right down the street, and he's like, let's turn this thing into a headquarters. Let's turn
Yeah.
this into something really cool. So they stripped everything. They put lights up like these, and
They kind of did this in a
painted-
bigger scale.
Exactly.
I'm over here like I'm gonna change this one room into a portal.
No,
They're like I'm gonna change this building into.
right.
I think that's a shout out to Raymond too, right? It's
Yeah.
Jake's
Oh,
stepdad.
yeah.
Obviously, Ruben wanted to make that the DBC headquarters and has done an outstanding job with the whole DBC network. But Raymond bought into it too, and I think
Good
sunk
collaboration.
some money into it.
Good
And
good
who's
collaboration.
AJ? Who's AJ?
So I believe I'm not sure. That's probably a question for Raymond. So it's funny because I used to work in the automotive paint industry, right? As you well know.
Mhm.
And so when Raymond purchased that, I was actually one of the first people to sell him paint in that body shop. And AJ's name was already there when he purchased the property, I
Oh,
think.
cool.
But there may be a story behind it that I'm not aware of.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean that's like if I ever moved, and I'm actually thinking about it, like moving out close by Lavon Lake,
Okay.
I would just take the name with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably sell the property and everything, but yeah, dude, especially because this is my grandpa's name.
Yeah. That's
You know what
awesome.
I mean, that's the thing.
Legacy.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And it's weird, I think, because his name was Francisco, and one nickname was Pancho, and one nickname was Chico.
Okay.
Yeah, Chico just sounds a little cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you throwing the poncho bags or what do you?
No. Hey, speaking of bags, tell me about the bags here. I already know, like, as far as the new bags that came out, the Wrath
Mm-hmm.
is probably my favorite new one that came out. It's also Kevin Mason's favorite that just came out.
Man,
Yeah.
he put him on the map.
Yeah, he
He
did.
he did really.
That's my
really
favorite
well.
colorway too.
Yeah. I
That
like
red and
color
black?
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put him on the map with his performance at SIG. I think him and Grant had a battle. He battled with everybody. He battled with Monarca. I know he did. Maybe Chase Lester.
Hey, that's the. I'm gonna show this to the camera. So, how did the Sinner name come out? Like, do you know how that was like established? Like, let's name it Sinner.
You want to go ahead?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean that's a brainchild of Grant, right? And so I think he had some reasoning behind it. I don't know that I know the full story, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you gotta ask him on why he picked that exact name, but I did think that his thought process was very strategic and marketable with the 7 different sins in the Bible that you can kind of play off that with the bag names and kind of.
Yeah, and I find it funny because I don't even see Grant as being much of a sinner. He's
Yeah.
like a chocolate milk drinking corner player. I was like, okay,
I do think that
this is my favorite color as far as
Those BGs?
Yeah.
BG Legend Edition.
yeah.
yeah.
That's freaking. I love that blue and orange.
I think for sure the everyone's a sinner, right? And
Oh, everyone's a sinner.
we get asked a lot about the biblical reference to it and all that, and really that doesn't come into play as much as people may think. I think it was just just really just a brainchild of Grant and wanting to get it out there and utilize the 7 cents.
So, was there like a popular demand for the Greed Max, or we are just like we should make a Greed Max?
So, if you haven't thrown the greeds much, you have.
I played with Ricky Bayoso at the Patriot League,
Okay.
and we were kicking ass with him with a particular one, which was that colorway. And then when the end of season tournament came up, Lindsay and Haley went ahead and used those bags.
Oh yeah, the ones
They
they
took
were
it from you?
using.
And then we didn't get far.
Lindsay and Haley know better than that. Come on.
Yeah.
Probably that's
The
pretty smart.
Velosos, man, I love. They're really really cool people.
Yeah.
He's another guy that really improved a lot over the last year or since I started playing.
Yeah, he started off with Game Changers.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know he was throwing stones bags for a while. We actually played him in Abilene last year, SIG 4, him and Lindsay. I think we were playing social then.
Yeah, I think so too.
Playing social then.
We had them way down, and then they came back and got us.
Yeah, well, Lindsay came back and got you, but
That's cornhole.
yes, that is cool.
That's cornhole right there.
Thanks for saving me there.
Yeah, no problem. Rick and I were actually talking about it this weekend. It was funny. That he was throwing the BG edition. They were throwing those this weekend. He's got a beautiful bag too.
Yeah, he does.
He's got a pretty significant follow through.
So you like to throw off board?
Yeah. If I had a
you like to throw on board?
I actually prefer off board as well because
okay.
it fits my throw. But in
So
terms
that's
of play,
pretty cool because you're like, hey, I'm father and son. We're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, and I think I can adapt a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I don't know to adapt better, but I'm more comfortable. It's probably a better way
on
to
board,
put it.
he adapts better for sure because I don't know if you've seen or dissected his throw, but when his bag hits the board, it naturally will do that left to right. Mine does the right to left.
Mm-hmm.
So if he hits a spot, it's money on board. If I don't hit my spot, it's right every time.
Here's a question: what's more annoying, when your opponent throws a bag that just looks like a duck that just got shot out of the air, and it just wobbles into the hole? You know that, or that, or
Are you talking about him?
hey, or
Yeah, it's annoying. I see it at the house every day.
I think it's great.
Every day it's at the house. Oh yeah, it's annoying.
Can't wait to see this. So, and then the other one is where your opponent throws the bag, and they say, "Oh, damn it!" Like,
And it goes in.
they're basically saying that's not going in at all, no chance. And
Yeah.
it goes, boom.
Nothing but that. Yeah.
You're like, bro, you had no confidence in that shot.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful.
That should just come on, dude.
So, and I love him. I love him to death. I'll just kind of throw that out in the beginning. But that happened this weekend at Pilot Point with John Henderson. We played John. His bag was not pretty, but somehow it found the hole. A couple of times it rolled over 2 or 3 bags and just found its way in the hole. So
Wow.
It definitely happened.
John
That's
Henderson,
amazing.
he's the best.
So which one's more annoying?
Definitely the
I think
shot duck.
It's the duck.
Shot duck?
Yeah, for sure.
shot
Oh my
duck
God.
is very
Because you can
frustrating.
see it going to the board. You're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Like what's the equation on that? Come on, how's that work? Yeah, but definitely I think the shot duck is more.
I think in TCL you can't make that rule, but I think in backyard
Mhm.
that should be a consideration. Where like, okay, this is my house, this is my backyard. If you throw a bag and you cuss it out on the way over there, it's off.
It's off the board.
Off the board.
It's
Because you
off the
said
board.
you knew it was going to be off the board, so it's off the board.
I'm never going to sign off on that.
Everybody that I say that to is like, no, I'm not
No,
saying
I'm
that.
not signing
No,
off
why
on
would I
that.
sign off that? That's my gameplay, my style.
Damn. Hey,
Too
but hey,
funny.
if it's the guy's house rules, what are you going to do?
Right.
Hey, so what bags are y'all going to use? Because the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to play y'all, I'm going to walk.
Okay.
And then the second game, you guys are going to play each other. And then the third game is going to be a King of the Hill.
Okay.
Where basically first, second, and third place. First one to get 2 losses, third. Next,
Okay.
second.
Okay.
So
That sounds good.
So by the time you guys play each other, you're gonna be warm. Can't wait. That's what I want.
So the thing is, at home, I normally can get him pretty good, but when we play in a tournament for whatever reason, it's
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all's gift right now too. This is y'all's gift.
Oh, look at that.
oh,
Thank you, sir.
This is greatness right here. This is paradise. It's 12 delicious cookies from paradise.
That's awesome.
You're
Thank
the
you
man.
very
I
much.
appreciate that.
Come on, I can just smell them right now. That's all. Yeah. So
I'll let you guys go ahead first game.
no, I'm walking. All right, so we'll do a little down and back, and let's see here. So I'm gonna let you spin right now.
Okay.
If you fuck up the spin 2 times in a row, it's my turn.
Sounds good.
You got it? You see how he kind of spinned it at a low? You started low.
I try to, because if I don't, it'll.
I think that's the thing. Most
Yeah.
people, they spin and they start up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also does it on the slow side, where I normally
I do it on the
fast
slow side because it gets way too out of control on the slick. Go ahead, sir.
Find it. Hey, your delivery looks fucking nice too, dude. It's just like
I'm trying to be more precise on that because if I
Ten Commandments throw.
flick it, yeah. I notice when I flick it, it's all out of whack.
So you just start to follow through.
Yeah, I try to point my index finger at the hole every time.
Go ahead, CJ.
Drag it.
So we're gonna do a nut church. Nope. Who goes first again?
I think it's us.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna let you keep score.
Cool.
I love the little cowboy beer holders. It's great.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. Ooh, that's a good start.
Yes. Stay right there. I'm gonna do a couple of those myself.
Definitely found it.
You did.
Ooh,
Nice.
4-bagger.
So I gotta keep score. Nice. Good bags.
Hey, it's only down there from here.
Good bags.
It don't get better than that. For me, anyways.
Can't be throwing it off the board.
There it is.
Oh.
4 coming our way.
4-3 right side. I love this, dude. It looks like I'm throwing bricks.
That's what I'm throwing. Bricks.
I think CJ likes on board.
Damn, CJ, leave me alone.
Oh my God.
Look at his.
Whoa.
I don't know, bro.
I'm getting dunked on over here.
He found
I usually shank on both sides.
his bag.
He did.
Gotta throw breaks, man.
I think the wraths are for him.
Yes.
Yes. This fucking car's being stolen. The thief sucks. He's been stealing my car for like 30 minutes.
The thief sucks.
Damn it. Finally.
Oh.
All right, come do that down here. Okay, let me try again to score.
He is money on board.
He is. An N1?
Oh no!
Still got 2, didn't you?
Yep, 7-5.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Son of a.
Nice. Nice. You guys are on it. I'm over here throwing 8s.
I always get the feeling though, whenever I finally get success on the other side, that it's gonna change on the other side.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird. Damn it.
Damn.
Getting in my own head.
I don't feel like I'm throwing hard, but these bags feel like they're moving.
There it is.
Oh!
Oh, no.
How many there?
Tied.
That's a big one.
What was it, Dad?
You got 9-1.
Oh, okay.
It's an 8-piece.
8.
Woo.
That's the Hodo's thing. We throw one bag off every time. Got to. Got to make sure to throw at least one off every time.
That was enough.
See what I'm saying? See?
What do you mean?
You asked me what's annoying? That shit is annoying.
I was like, oh my god, man. I didn't think it was gonna fly.
You're like, Josh, catch this.
I was like, I'm gonna have a bumper on the left side. Found its fucking way home. It found its pond. Damn it.
Do it again just for hell.
Nice. Okay, that's it.
All right, so it's 21-7. Now, what everybody's been waiting for. The Hodo contest. All right, y'all's down the bag is going to consist of me looking at y'all's throat.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Don't beat me too bad, okay?
well, first show me what is your grip here? Let me see your grip.
So my grip is just a standard little butterfly.
Let me see what it looks like when you're looking at it. There. And then
I've got similar, but I use my index finger to kind of guide where I throw. That's what I was saying about putting the beads in the front of my hand. So my more grip is here versus in the middle of the bag.
Let me see what it looks like.
I guess to
When
me.
you're looking at it. Yeah, they're both butterflies.
Yeah. This is down and back. You just want to go live?
Down and back, you have to start here.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Whoa.
Let's see how y'all spin goes. You spin it last time. Let's see how our parents spin.
You mean spin it?
Let's see you spin.
Woo.
That's you. You got it.
We can start down there or down here?
Whatever you want.
You go ahead and start?
Yeah. Good luck. Hope you lose.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not a good start.
Looks like 5 to 9.
Whoa. Nice. 3 for you?
Yeah.
Job, Dad.
4 to 3. Right side. Life always matches the tree versus the apple.
Mm.
See what I mean, CJ, about that to the right?
It's all in your head.
It is. Oh!
Oh.
3 more? It's all in the head.
Thank you, sir.
Score is 6 for you.
Ooh.
I'm making it easy. Nice. Four
Nice.
more for him?
4 for him.
Yep.
10 foe.
10-4. That's a 10-0 run. He's playing.
There it is. Fanciness.
Woohoo.
2 more for you?
2 more.
Nice.
Ah.
No airmail?
Woo! I should have.
Now I don't know what to do. Board.
No.
Board for one?
Ah!
I thought it was going to fall in. A board for one. I thought you would have airmailed that.
I should have.
Especially for the
I
content.
didn't want to embarrass myself for the camera.
Yeah, I'm already doing that. Damn.
All right. Doing right.
Uh-oh. Damn.
Got a little cocky. Woo, everything was right.
I tried to be cool. 4?
Yep. That's pretty ugly.
Had a chance there to make it hurt. But I didn't.
Stay up.
Nice. Yeah, he
I think
scored
it is.
every other time. Ah. Do I got an airmail for the content?
Ooh.
Shot. Good shot.
Thanks. Tactics.
I had to, though. I'd rather give up 5 going for something cool.
That would have been glorious, though.
That would have been.
Surprised he didn't hit it, actually.
Oops.
Definitely have the confidence to do it.
His airmail's been on lately. Ah! Nice bag.
I think I've thrown a 12.
You haven't yet?
Nope.
Are you announcing it? Is that what you're doing?
Yep. Here it comes right now.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear that? They said, uh-oh, and look how it ended up.
I'm just surprised it didn't go in. That's all.
You didn't call the house rules before.
Ah! Good bag. Woo! Oh my gosh.
Ooh, and you get it just right, too.
That's not supposed to happen.
Ouch.
12-17.
Oh no.
You didn't knock it in for me.
How'd you not throw an airmail?
How'd I not?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lose that bad. I don't want to lose that bad. I am. Throw another 4, Dad.
Oh no.
Oh, what the hell?
You got 2 off, right?
If you go in, you win.
I know, but that'd be boring, right?
Yeah, airmail it. Good shot. Pops gets the best.
All right, 21-12.
Good stuff.
Now we're going to do a king of the hill.
Okay.
First one to get 2 is in 3rd place.
How do you do it?
So basically, all 3 of us are playing against each other.
Okay.
And I'm going to go down and back with you, for example.
Okay.
And let's say going that way and here, you get more points than me. I lost, you won.
I got you.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Next person.
Cool.
All right.
So I'm going to try to spin it this time.
All right. There you got it. All right. Let's go.
Here we go.
Good bag.
Oh, that was the bag.
Okay.
Good bag. There you go.
Dude. That's 5-12. You got 7?
He's on it. He never does this shit.
All right, so I got to. Wow. Chances are I'm going to lose, but. Okay. I need some shanks. I need like 3 shanks.
He'll do it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Nice.
8-7.
Give me 8-0. So I got a loss. You got a win.
So now I play him?
So 2 losses, you're out, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 losses, you're out.
You want it? Go ahead. Nice. Oh. Thought I didn't finish
there
that.
you go, CJ. There's your
Thought I didn't finish that one.
2.
2.
Damn.
Stay on.
Ah, I should have done that. Should have done that.
Oh, got lucky.
So 2 points.
Yeah.
2-2.
2 to
Yeah.
2.
We go again?
Sudden death.
Just 1 down?
Yeah, whoever scores next.
All right.
Ah, missed it. Tried to get the bag.
No.
I gotta do it for the points. So you won it?
Yeah.
Nice. So does that mean it's done? He got 2 points? Oh, first loser to 2 points.
Pretty much means you did the PC
Okay.
right now.
So now it's me and you.
Yeah.
Okay. Had to go for the airmail for the win. Can't lose that short.
He's been.
Yep.
You got me. I had 5 on your dad, and then I had 6 on you, so he did me dirty. Okay. So this would be good and handy if I had a block game.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I need. Is like blocking.
Oh, damn it. Nice, good finish, though.
It was a good finish.
All right, so basically you got to double dip him.
Okay. So beat him twice in a row?
You got to beat him 2 times in a row.
Okay.
Oh, snap. He's in the king seat, so he goes first.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Not a good start.
Oh, damn. Not what I tried to do.
Ah! Didn't move it. Bag though. No, he's got 2
my
on
way.
me.
Go over, bag. Might as well airmail it, right? Want it to be fun.
Oh. Oh, missed it too.
Yeah. Oh, probably should have just gone in for the points' sake, but
It's 2-2.
he got 2. Sudden death, I guess. I gotta stop going for big shots for no damn reason. They look cool. I want it to look cool though.
I don't think no one's getting into it.
Not good.
Oh no.
Lucky as fuck.
Oh, no.
I missed it. So is that game? Is that game? Or do we go again?
Was that your second loss, right?
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
Woohoo!
Champion.
Dojo champ.
Whoa. That was it.
He did. Airmails only?
Down. All right.
One down? First to 7?
First 7 there now.
All right.
No cancellation.
No cancellation. Okay.
Go ahead. Ah, I missed it. So does he have 2-1? Okay. Cool.
I love how we just started off with 2 rounds.
I know.
Couldn't finish it. Get
I
up.
don't know who he thinks he is. Going hard. Damn. Damn. Ooh.
4-3.
You have 3 right there?
Huh?
You got 3 right there?
I had 2.
Oh, okay. Oh. He's on it. That's 7, right?
Ah.
Oh. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to fuck up the
Was that 7 or 6?
7.
7? Nice.
BG hit
Okay.
4 in a row.
Did he?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, BG.
Now I'm sweating my tail end off.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Fuck yeah, dude, you were on freaking fire, dude. That was
I gotta
the
beat my
true
kid.
definition of fire.
Got to beat my kid on the camera.
Yeah,
Oh,
you do.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, the tree had to win that one.
yep.
Next time, the apple's gonna win.
Next time I gotta do a little better.
So, your turn first.
Just anywhere?
Anywhere you want. Drawing bunny ears.
He's putting Sinner on there. I probably should do the same.
That's all good. Love it.
Perfect.
Cool.
There it is.
Now I'm gonna have y'all do y'all's podium shot over there.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Of course, you're gonna have it for one pot. Okay. Just lift it up. Alright. No need for third place to get in there, so. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Good job, guys. Killed it.
Hey, that was awesome.
Steve. Okay. Who's first place? Oh, who's undefeated? Oh, nice.
Hey, John, you ain't taking my money, are you? I pour shiny.
Watch out. There you go. Watch out, Big Papa.
All right.
Yes. Good job, guys. Woo. There's Daddy. There's the tree.